AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Hit the live button on IG real quick. Huh? We live everywhere. Twitters, YouTubes, Facebookies. Hit us up, man. Hit that like button everywhere so they get it. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Say they from the rip. You're not by yourself, blessed one. You not solo in here, man. Mr. Vince, what's up to you, man? In Spanish, un caballero. Un caballero. Salute, Fabian, AllBall, Playin, and distinguished chat, especially the ladies of Knicks Rehab. Mr. Vince.
Like how you did that, Mr. Vince.
Smooth operator. I see you.
Mr. Vince, watch yourself. I know you got all the good in the world. That especially.
I
see you, my brother. I like that.
Distinguished chat. Like, I see what he's doing.
Distinguished chat.
Acting bad, Mr. Vince. Acting bad.
With the comma.
That's my brother.
Cool booty.
I learned in third grade that comma means pause, especially the ladies of Knicks Rehab. You said it with that voice too, Mr. Vince. Knicks Rehab.
Big shout out, Mr. Vince.
Mr. Vince, what up?
King Speed, what's going on? Blast one. What's going down? Willie Cruz. You sound like a salsa singer from 1979, my brother. That's a smooth name. I like that name.
Nostalgic Nick, what up?
We got
the new.
Yeah.
We got the Oscar-winning Michael Jordan in the building.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Come on, man. Trying to recruit somebody for what's that called? Rocky 25? Yeah, man. We got Flea in the building. He's in shape.
Quick question. Did y'all feel some way that they didn't win I guess best picture?
I thought they did.
Nah, I don't think they did. They didn't win best picture.
So what did homeboy win? The director?
That's something else. That wasn't best picture. That's probably like maybe best screen, something. I don't know, but it didn't win best picture. So what I'm gonna do now is all those that was not the joint with Leonardo DiCaprio
and
big shout out to Tiana Taylor. I told you I know a real father. Like big shout out my brother Tito. I know the whole family.
Boy, jump in, jump out after you done. Go ahead.
No, good. I'll jump out.
He was in the middle of a profound sentence. How dare I?
Yeah.
That was my fault. I should have waited. It's a movie where Robert Downey Jr. won Best Picture. Michael B. Jordan won Actor of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. was in that with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor?
Was Downey Jr. in that?
Unless he co-produced
it. I ain't sit down and watch it yet.
Tiana Taylor hit the Illuminati lottery, man.
That's my girl, though.
Yeah? You like her?
A lot.
Yeah, listen. You know her. Big shout out Harlem. You gotta remember. Listen, beautiful young lady, nice girl. She used to cook. She used to bake cake and muffins and bring them to the block. Feed the whole block. Facts.
She'll love Leonardo DiCaprio. Right?
Flax. That's right.
She gonna love me.
You gotta remember, we was around her when she was 13, 14, 15. How she got discovered that Flea. Remember the tournament I told you, ATM Live at Millbank, where you had like Corey Fisher, Kim. So remember, every time it was a timeout called or a halftime, all the kids would rush on the floor and start dancing, whether it's Harlem Shaking, Chicken Noodle Souping. That's how Webstar and all them. And she got her start from there. But remember, her pops, whole family from her father's side is from my neighborhood. Remember that. That's relationships with Russ Smith that went to
Louisville. Yeah,
that's all that. That's her pop side of the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember her on the Sweet 16 thing on that MTV shit. I remember her all the way back then.
But like I said, she used to be on the block. Like I said, nice young lady. So to watch come from that, to people forget, she choreographed NBA Young Boys tour. Like the talent is crazy. Yeah. So You gotta show love, man. So big shout out to Tiana Taylor. That was the movie that won Best Picture. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch all them bum ass movies that was up there that was nominated to see if they was better than Sinners. That's how I got it. That's how I got put on. You ever seen Parasites?
Which one?
Parasite.
That's the one where they. Oh, you just said with Jackie Chan?
No. So right before I know we got to do Knicks rehab, but you know I'm a movie buff. Right before COVID hit, same thing. I'm watching, and it won movie of the year. I'm like, I never heard of that. Right. Wow. When I go to the movie to see it, the movie theater is empty. Remember, COVID already hit maybe a week or so. I'm on 40 dudes watching the movie Dolo. Fire. When you get a chance, but it's subtitled. But the director of that movie is like the Martin Scorsese, but Asian or Chinaman. But the movie is ill. And the plot at the end, crazy. So sometimes you'll watch these joints and be like, how Sinners ain't win? So I'm gonna watch all the other joints and see if they worthy. But the joint with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor, I was getting mixed reviews from it. Like some people said it was trash, some people said it was good. Yet. I haven't seen it either. So I'm gonna give it a shot. But if y'all get a chance, Parasite. That movie, that whatever year that was, 1990, 2019, 2020, it cleaned the Academy.
Wow.
Like that shit won everything. And when I went to see it, like I said, it's subtitled though. Yo, that shit is ill. That shit is ill. Like the way the family did what they did and how it just backfired at the end. Y'all like that joint. Ill.
Should I watch that?
Check that out.
Or Sinners?
Huh?
Should I watch that first or Sinners?
I would watch Parasite first.
You didn't see Sinners yet? Right? Okay.
I was going with the hate.
No. Sinners, like I told you. Yeah. I seen it for the first time. Yeah. I went to the flicks for the first time and I did the same thing. And then when I watched it the second, third time, that movie is ill. That movie is ill. There's too many jewels in it. And it's not about vampires. So you gotta like your mind kind of got to go a little deeper than that to understand. Like, nah, that shit was a great movie. Great movie.
That's what the Twitter sphere was saying. Colin, behave.
I didn't say nothing.
Pórtate bien. Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Shout out to Sonny Boyda. He said, "Can't believe me from Detroit, watching y'all like I'm from Brooklyn."
My God, Sonny, what up?
Big shout out.
RP said, "Is that Korean? The Parasite, probably."
Yeah. Like I said, I don't. Some people take that serious. Asian, Korean, like.
RP, what up?
But it was one of those. But when you get a chance, check it out. Parasite. It won everything that year. And like I said, it might have came out 18, 19, but I might have seen it because a lot of those movies overseas be out for a while, and then it crosses over to us. But I seen it right before COVID hit, where everything got shut down. Like I said, and it comes on TV. Fire.
I'm gonna check it out. Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite. Yep. And like I said, it's what is it? Right, it's subtitled. It's subtitled. Yeah. Yes. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Tori B, the OG of the OGs, is in the building. And we see another young lady. Beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Cheryl Blue is in the building. Tori B, Cheryl Blue, what up, y'all?
What up, ladies? Like, what's good, y'all?
Oh boy, try to step on that, Flea. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, ball suckers. Step all over my shit.
Some shit.
Why this nigga step all over my? That's cool.
Nah,
you can never step on a real singer, nigga. Can never step on a nigga with a strong voice. You see how I step that off?
We live.
Big Flea. Fucking biggest, y'all. What up, y'all?
Okay, Tori B. Tori B said that's what it was called. One battle after the other. She said it was a good movie. So now I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
Mike T. Said enough of the shenanigans. Y'all know what this is.
Knicks rehab.
Knicks rehab, y'all. Mike T said, guard your yard, man. What the fuck is y'all doing? Get to it.
Mike T said, fuck Parasite, fuck sinners.
So fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck up out of here with that shit. Knicks rehab, nigga. Oh,
what up, Mike T?
Beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Gail Barry is in the building. Gail Barry, what up, baby? Fellas.
Gail, what up, Gail?
The ladies are in the building. Be respectful, but please speak. A heart, a Josh heart, a higher wave, a peace sign, whatever it is. Be respectful. K. Dot, what up?
All the brothers in the building. K. Dot, what up? The youngest in charge, what up? East Blue Drew, what up?
Hey, Fabian, can you please
Bill Collector? I love that name. I love that
name. Can you please highlight what K. Dot said? Because we always allude to this. Knicks rehab is always first at things. And then, Flea, what I always say, it just coincidentally a month or so later, it's hot like fish grease.
Yep. You know what we do here? Originators, none greater. Good ball, right? Is that a good ball?
That was tough. Come on, man.
That was a good ball.
Look, when you hate it, it's a fireball. Look, he's flabbergasted.
I just finished the line where you got it from, and I said, Fabian, finished it. How dare you?
My God. Thank you, Ray.
Let's go.
Damn, man.
Hold on. In chat, we got a poll for y'all tonight. We need y'all to engage and participate. We got a great poll for y'all tonight. I don't want to hear no bullshit. Participate in this poll. Great poll tonight.
Calm down, AllBall.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
You going crazy? I was gonna let him rock, but he was going crazy. Niggas in the chat talking about Harlem's the best borough in the world. I saw all this bus one shit. I let him rock, but then niggas will start talking about polls and shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let them niggas do what they do.
Tory B, I didn't see it. I gotta check it out, Tory B. I didn't see it. But yeah, great poll tonight is crazy.
Wow.
I got a poll for you tonight. I got a poll.
I got a great poll for y'all tonight.
He was just doubling and tripling down. Like, it was crazy.
Sheesh.
Hey, gotta do your job, bro.
Great. What?
What?
Yeah,
the youngest in charge. Said great. What?
Mike Brown, head coach of the New York Knicks.
I gotta put the fan on for that. That was crazy.
I
gotta cool off.
Low warm. Yeah. Go get your water. Go get some water, nigga.
Head coach Mike Brown of the New York Knicks apparently has inspired all balls. Great poll for tonight.
Rico, what up, Rico?
He was last night discussing the aftermath of a win from the Knicks. But he felt like how we felt, man.
It's good to get a win, but I was not happy with the way that we started the game and we played most of the game. Now we found a way to get a win because of the stuff we did in the game. I did not name a DPOG today, so there's no DPOG. We have to figure out individually, collectively, how we can start games better. I thought at Indiana, and again, we did not, quote unquote, blow Indiana out. That game could have gone either way. But we collectively as a group started that game with a level of physicality, a level of focus that we need to have every game, especially going down the stretch. I'm not talking about the outcome, win or loss. I'm talking about the start of the game with a level of focus, a level of physicality, so that they're feeling us to start the game. At Utah, tonight, in LA, guys are getting wide open threes or semi-contested threes, and everybody, and again, it's not just about the Golden State Warriors and them missing half their team. Clippers had all their guys, I think. You know? So there are other teams in between where guys are getting open or semi-contested threes, especially to start the game. And all these players are in the NBA. That means they're all good. And if they feel 1, 2 go in from the beginning of the game, and there's no sense of urgency, or we aren't making them feel us, it's going to be a long night. Not only for them offensively, because they got a rhythm, they're feeling good, but defensively, they got a little juice.
I want to keep going. That shit is 8 minutes.
No, I mean,
I heard,
yeah, I mean,
I heard enough.
We get the gist of where where he's going, but real quick, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Listen, when the OGs is in the building, everything stops. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Darlene Bryant, what up, baby?
Darlene B, what up, girl?
Darlene, what's going on? Minor correction on ball. The gist.
Don't correct.
He'll use it right. He don't like being corrected. He want to say it how he want to say it. That's why, you see Tendrell got you. The jest.
Listen, y'all gotta know. I'm not gonna even tell you my Jedi mind trick, but go ahead.
Willie Cruz thinking here 499. My on cue. Brown barking now.
Willie Cruz.
He says Brown is barking now because he heard J Kidd is now a serious situation.
Can he please send us something?
Yeah, put a link in the chat, and then we'll put it up here, or I'll look for it in the meantime. But AllBall, we got into a heated back and forth about this at halftime. You, myself, Flea, me and Flea was jumping. What?
James Lee, what up, James Lee? That's my teammate from college.
Oh man,
James Lee can attest. James Lee can attest to if I could put the ball in the fucking basket or not.
Well,
James Lee.
No. Let us ask him. Don't try to. Let us ask him.
I'm quiet now.
Look, see,
quiet.
Fabian, you're a little staticky, Fabian.
Yeah. I just heard that, bro.
Hold on. Let. Up here. Know what I mean? We fact check. Where he at, Flea? What's
James
the name?
Lee, James Lee, manners and respect. My God, James Lee, that's my God. A big shout out to James Lee.
Right. First and foremost, big shout out James Lee. Manners and respect. Yes, you're a brother of Flea, you're a brother of ours. But I gotta ask you, can Flea put the ball in the bucket? Fuck all that. Let's get right to it. All the shit he be up here talking, can he back it up? Thumbs up, thumbs down. That's it. And my man is in the building. Claude.
Claude, big Claude. What up, Claude?
You gotta say Claude. You gotta say Claude like on
Claude.
Life. Remember Claude? Can Flea put the ball in the bucket? Fuck all that.
He got a couple responses. I'm gonna just be quiet. It's quiet. Enough said.
How am I sounding?
Perfect.
Excellent, brother.
Perfect.
Damn StreamYard. AllBall, what are your thoughts on Mike Brown? We went back and forth about this last night. I don't know what side he's on. I'll disclaim mine later, or express myself later.
So for me, Fish, what up, Fish? I love that he addressed it. I just don't like how he addressed it. Like, you can't. We all have children. A lot of us in the chat have children.
All three fathers up here, y'all.
Right. You can't. Big shout out to the fathers. Big shout out to the mothers, right? Flea.
As a father.
As a father,
right?
Y'all know the line.
and I'm not calling Mike Brown to play his fathers, but I'm saying you can't chastise somebody nice.
Now hold on, OG. Remember when the reporter said to Kyrie, like how LeBron is your father? Y'all remember that shit? I'm sorry to cut you off. That he's like, what?
Like,
what? I have one father.
I got a pop.
Dietrich, I got a pause. Yo, I'm sorry, OG. Go ahead. That shit just popped in my brain.
Right.
I had to say so. That shit was mad funny.
So when you look at JB Bickerstaff, right? When you look at JB,
Fish is crazy. Fish is just crazy. Go ahead, OG.
Yeah,
Fish
is a nut.
Fish is just a lunatic.
When you look at JB Bickerstaff and how upset he would be at the podium, I've seen Steve Kerr. I've seen plenty of coaches, right, be upset. You seen Steve Kerr last night, get upset at his player. And of course, today he kind of retracted it. But you want to see that fire. You want to see, and then when you go to Mike Brown, it's like you're saying the right things, but it's falling on deaf ears because there's nothing behind it. And it's just like, this is the mindset, the mentality that we adapted. Soft, punk shit. Don't do that. Please stop. Hey, you better get over here compared to, hey, motherfucker, fuck you doing? It's a difference. So for me, I love that he addressed the situation because it's getting out of control. And I got to give him, if we go grade letters, I'll give him a B- C+ for even addressing it. Because to be honest, I didn't think he would address it, right? You just going to just float throughout the season and just barely get by with criticizing and holding your team accountable. So for him to at least say something, I got to give him a little respect for that. But I don't like how the message came out. You're not angry enough, bro. Like, we New Yorkers, we respect ignorance. We respect anger. We respect being disciplined. No, and I'm being for real. If you talk to me nice, I'm not paying you no mind. And you could be 100% correct. You could be saving my life. But if you go, please don't step right there. Why are you talking to me like that? And I could run into a bus. But if you talk to me like how a New Yorker supposed to talk to a person. So for me, with Mike Brown, if you watch that video yourself, would you respect it? Mike Brown, if you was a player, would you respect you talking at the podium like that? Like, bro, put some fire behind your shit. So for me, I get what he's trying to do. Fabian, do not highlight that when I'm talking.
Do not highlight that when I'm talking. That was good. That's your best one yet. Hold on. That's your best one yet. That's your best one yet, OG. Don't highlight that while I'm talking.
She knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing.
Knicks house tatted mommy. You good. You know what you're doing.
Good.
The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite. And I'm going to say it again always. Miss, change my avatar on you bum ass niggas whenever I want to. Nick House Tatted Mommy is in the building, and thank you for the $4.99.
$4.99. Appreciate you, Nick House Tatted Mommy.
But yeah, man. But yeah, man. Like I said, Mike Brown. Listen, man, it's a difference from you walk into the house and someone has a chihuahua that's going to do a lot of barking. You're going to look at it and walk right by it. That's Mike Brown. But then there's a difference when you walk in the nigga house and when you open up the door, he got that Cane Corso or that Doberman or that pig. Right.
Where it bark from the when it bark from here. Like it don't it bark from like
right.
You know?
And you going, yo, come get this motherfucker.
Fucking dog, yo.
How did that go? How did Chihuahua go? Do flea?
Right. Oh my.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you walk into somebody's crib. Look, yo, bro. I'll kick this shit out. You walk right by that shit. That shit follow you and everything. Right.
So to the backyard.
So for me, that's the difference. Like I said, I give them props for even saying anything. I just hope that the team can pay attention and understand like it's getting out of control. And my brothers, y'all might have been right the whole time. For this team to do this, how many times this season, it shows that much lack of respect for the head coach. And my last point, we got to start thinking, are y'all showing a lack of respect to us, the fans, as well? Because what team just does this almost every 2-3 2-3 times a week. Where it's just you show up unprepared. You going down 18-20 to bum teams. So I give him a little respect for acknowledging and taking responsibility and trying to hold a team accountable because it's getting way out of control, and knowing that the playoffs is near. You can't have this bad habit going into the playoffs. If you think you're going to be down 18-20 and come unprepared night in and night out in the playoffs against good basketball teams, you're lucky to win 1 or 2 games. So I got to give him props, but he got to get some fire behind him. But at the end of the day, Mike Brown is seeing his last days as a Knicks head coach.
Flea, you know this guy's excellent. Greasing out of them corners, kicking the flip-flops high to the sky.
Oh man, he got a fresh car. He got a fresh Carhartt on tonight. He just took that out the pack. That's not rewashed. That's a fresh. He just wore that today. He just wore that today. That's not rewashed. Look, he's drinking good water. That's the expensive water. $10 a bottle. That's the expensive water. You're not playing around today.
The bottle was good. The water is bullshit. we filter them things. Out of here.
Flea, what are your thoughts? Mike Brown's press conference calling out the Knicks. We didn't even get to the Mikal Bridges part, but he did get to about last night's game, how we started. What are you feeling?
Here's my thing. OG says something that struck a nerve, that hit home while he was talking. He said, "Us New Yorkers like respect, a certain level of tone, a certain level of assertiveness. Like we respect that, right?" And I take it a step further. We respect that, but we also respect that with action, right? The Chihuahua, we call niggas Chihuahuas because they do a lot of barking, but no bite, but they don't do nothing. So you look like a little dog. So if we extend an analogy, we do need the King Corso type dog. But you know what the King Corso is going to do? It's going to get active. It's going to get to it. It's going to take an arm off. It's going to protect the crib. And right now, I don't think Mike Brown is protecting the crib. Mike Brown is, he honestly, if we really looking at what he said, he threw everybody under the bus because he ain't doing nothing different. He's not tweaking anything. He's not changing starting lineups. He's not, I will say this. He's dialing back on the Mikal Bridges minutes. That's clear as day. If nobody's paying attention, he's dialing back on the Mikal Bridges minutes. But if that's the case, just rip the Band-Aid off, bro. Take Josh Hart off the bench or remove Mikal Bridges from the starting line. Do something different. Do something different. You've been doing all this tinkering with the lineups and minutes and your rotations, and there's nothing set. You kind of been unpredictable for the most part, so we don't know what the team really is. But at this point, shame on you for coming up there and telling us what we all have seen with our own 2 eyes. We know we started slow. We know we coughed up a lead against Indiana. We've been starting slow all year. What's the solution? What are we going to be doing? And right now he's doing nothing different. He's just blowing a lot of smoke. For me, I don't like it because, okay, that's cool. What's the next step? We're going into the playoffs. I said 82 games is dress rehearsal. Let me be clear. That last 15 games of the season is really time to ramp it up. Get your mind together. Understand what the task is at hand going into that tournament. It ain't time to be trying to figure out what the fuck we're doing for a team that came from the Eastern Conference Finals last year. That's the point. That's the clear point. How do we look so scrambled going into the playoff? No confidence in the team from a fan base, and there's clearly no confidence from the coach. The coach has no confidence in the team right now. We start off games slow. You think you're going to be able to start off games slow in the fucking playoffs? We're going to be just walking everybody down? That's not how this thing is going to work. Boston remembers losing 2 home games in the playoffs against us last year. You think they're that undisciplined that they're going to let that happen again? Keep it a buck, y'all. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you think if we meet Boston again, they're going to cough up? We could win 2 games on the road. I think we're capable of that. But I'm asking, you think they're going to cough up 2 games on the road against us 2 years in a row? It's not happening. It's not happening. This is a recipe to get bounced early. This is a recipe to get swept. I'll take it there. This is a recipe to get swept. And the season is done, and we in the off season early. So this is why there's a sense of urgency from me, OG, Fabian, a lot of people in the chat. For anybody that sees this connected to the Knicks, players, whatever. Because AllBall TV is hitting everywhere. Knicks rehab is hitting everywhere. So when you hear this, up the sense of urgency. Quit the legs crossed shit. Quit the sitting back, relaxing. I sent y'all. I'm gonna say this last thing, and I'm gonna pass it to you, Fabian. I don't know if you could pull it up, but there was a huddle that I sent y'all earlier, and it was Kobe Bryant and like Lamar Odom and Pau Gasol, but it was a couple other guys in that huddle, and the urgency and how they were in that huddle is what you need to be seeing when it's time when it's time to set the tone, when it's time to play. Like, look at this huddle right here. Like, forget the situation and all that. Just look at the huddle. Look at Ron Artest. Look at Lamar Odom. Look at everybody's engaged. Everybody got a sense of urgency. Yo, we got to close this game out. What we doing? Sasa Vujacic, you come here, nigga. Talk. I'm just talking about the energy in the huddle, y'all.
No. Keep that.
That's important, bro.
No. Stay right there, Fabian. And damn, Flea does this to us all the time, and it's just a great thing. When you respect your leader, your captain, you run through brick walls for him. When y'all see the focus and the respect level that they have for Kobe in this huddle, have we ever seen that? Let's take it a step further. Has Jalen Brunson ever attempted to do something like this? And I don't want to compare Kobe or Brunson to Kobe. Right. No. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was about that moment. That was all.
But when you no, because that was a great moment. I can't wait for Fabian to respond. That's our problem with Brunson at this point. You haven't showed that in 4 seasons. And there were plenty of times in the season you were supposed to show that. How many times we were getting our ass kicked and it was time to show that? That was perfect. Wow.
Anytime you could gain
a little more respect today, Fabian.
Oh, yeah.
For 2-4?
For 2.
You know, you said every day you gain a little more respect for Kobe Bryant. Did I
Did
do it for you today?
Insane.
Man, anytime you could get Lamar Odom locked in while he's thinking about another cocaine summer.
Of course, baby. Of course, baby.
Nice.
Of course, Ray. Come on, Ray.
Shout out LO. Be nice.
Damn, Ray.
He's from the town, man.
He's from the town. He's from the borough. We got know that.
Fact, but listen, it's a joke. It's funny, and it's not funny because look at the characters in that huddle. Ron Artest.
That's his point.
Admittedly, yo, I want to go to therapy. Shout out to my therapist. The first person he shouted out when he went a chip was his therapist. It's like, whatever it is, I don't want to disrespect you. Lamar Odom was admittedly heavily medicated on the other side of town. Pau Gasol came from Memphis. And Kobe talked about like, yo, there's another. And you seen the Redeem Team documentary, Showed the Block. Pau Gasol wanted to set the tone, but it still felt like he had to unlock some. It wasn't like Pau Gasol's numbers changed, but his approach to the game changed with Kobe because there was no nonsense. And we seen Brunson one time this year out on the bench going a little crazy, but it didn't look like that. It looked like desperate. It looked like he was asking. He was so uncomfortable because that's the reason why Josh Hart got a voice. Because Josh Hart, I guess, is supposed to be like Ron Artest, but I don't even see Josh Hart leading the huddle. Ron Artest is commanding that huddle. Yo, this. And then Kobe's like following up with Ron. Meta World Peace, excuse me. Again from the town. So Mike Brown, does he have to do that? We've seen Golden State have players leading huddles, taking the chalkboard, writing up their own plays, and Draymond Green he's the leader of Golden State. Steph Curry, a lot of leadership guys in there. How many actual leaders do we have? Because if this is how you're leading, this is what we've been disappointed with from the beginning. So again, it starts with Jalen Brunson, MVP, captain, point guard, scoring, champion of the team. Starts with you. And it's going to trickle down to Mike Brown because we never believed you. As a matter of fact, let us remind the world, Matt Barnes never believed you either.
Will it work? I got one hand saying, fuck no.
The one thing about Mike Brown is that first year
is always good. Mike is a great person. He's just, to me, he's not a leader of men. You have to be, I couldn't imagine it now because these kids are making so much money. You have to have the respect of them. And I think Mike is such a nice guy. That's what fucks Mike up. Mike wants to be cool with everyone instead of putting his foot down like, this is my team, this is what's going on. So that's why I feel like I've seen it. He was my coach with the Lakers. We had Mike after Phil Jackson retired. And when I tell you, rest in peace to my dog, Kobe and Ron Artest, they walked all over that motherfucker. They used to sub themselves in and out of games. I'm just like, oh, shit.
Hey, you was about to try it. Like, hold on, let me.
I knew better. I'm a little crazy. I'm not stupid. I'm crazy. I'm not stupid. No, I can't sub my motherfucking self in the game. And then he came to, I think he learned a lot in Golden State underneath Steve Kerr. I think Mike Brown is a great second chair. Because when you sit in that second chair, if this is the first chair, when I tell you there's such a night and day difference sitting in the head coaching chair, I think Mike is a great assistant coach. I wish him the best, but I've seen it firsthand in Sacramento. His first year came in, brought Golden State's system. They made the playoffs for the first time. And Price and Salati were born. And then he lost the respect of the team quickly. So now you're going to a New York media market that's trying to eat you up. Every mistake, Mike is a good guy. I just don't think the situation is going to work because he's too nice for his own good.
I've had an epiphany. I've had an epiphany.
Please do tell.
I mean, at this point, he's just a stopgap. Like at this point, he's just, and I think OG kind of alluded to this at the beginning of the season when we did hire him. Gonna be on the hot seat, has a very, very tough job right now. But this nigga's a stopgap for who we really want at this point. The front office, this couldn't have been the plan. You can't ever convince me that was the plan once we said, all right, we have to elevate from Tom Thibodeau and get away from him and find somebody that's going to take us. Like, it cannot be him. There's nobody in America that is convinced that it was Mike Brown. So at this point, being upset about the guy who's leading us right now is null and void. We can't do anything about it. At this point, we just have to say he will be gone by the summertime, and we'll have another swing at this come the 2026-2027 season. I can't wrap my mind around, yes, this was the guy because he had all the tools necessary to take us where we needed. What inclination? Big shout out to OG. What told us that was going to be the guy? You got to be kidding me. Like, no. And I'm not even complaining about the team right now. Fuck the team. We'll figure it out however we figure it out. The head coach, though, is very important. You can't tell me that in the meetings, think about this, y'all. Come on. Y'all smart as hell. In the meetings, they fired Tibbs. All right, that was a tough decision to make. But in the follow-up, when we said, all right, let's come to the table and say, what are we doing to go forward? This nigga's face was on the chalkboard first. His face was on the whiteboard. They had his face first and then everybody else line. No. Hell no.
How ironic that Flea pulls up the Kobe Bryant championship huddle with Ron Artest, and the very two players leading that huddle is who Matt Barnes specifies when talking about Mike Brown and how he is not a leader of men. Nice guy. That's why you think you're slick, Mike Brown. You're not going to smooth your way with that media, bro. At some point, Knicks rehab will lead the way once again to get in your ass.
His coaching career might rely on this season. His coaching career might be in the balance for this season.
That's not a might. But that's not a might. His coaching career, depending on what happens, if he's short of in the finals, he will never ever coach again.
No, his
not in the NBA.
Is hell yeah. What?
And let's be clear. Karl Anthony Towns has adjusted his defensive game this season. People could probably contest or attest to the fact that they haven't seen Karl Anthony Towns play defense the way that he has. Obviously, we still, and we're top 5 in offense, top 5 in defense. These are the things they're going to point to with those stats, thinking they're on Wall Street. But he called every player trash in that press conference, basically. That's what he did. We're not closing out all the open shots. We're starting games wrong. That's your starting lineup that you created and you held on to. The same starting lineup we saw last year that did not work. It didn't work. And you went back to it this year. Something has to change. And if you can't get us out of this regular season slump, mud, what makes you think you're going to be able to fight with us and lead us in a fight in the playoffs, conference finals, or the championship? Talking like that. Not going to happen. None of us are inspired by it. None of us. When I saw it, I felt the same exact way y'all did. It's like, bro, you sound like Rick Brunson told you, yo, man, you know what you better tell the media? They're going to ask you about Mikal. They're going to ask you what really happened today, starting lineup, this, that, and the third, because he barely won this game, and that was the 4th unit for the Golden State Warriors. This is what you got to say. Go address these things. And it felt forced because he's not comfortable calling people out because he's too nice. Bottom line, Fleet.
I'll give it to you, OG, but Fish, don't piss me off, man. We've been NBA 2K in this thing since last summer. Are you shitting me? We ain't about to fall into the NBA 2K shit now, bro. We've been doing that shit. This was a joke from the. Go ahead, OG. I'm gonna lose my shit. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm not even. Love you, Fish. I'm not even feeding into that. At the end of the day, this team is ready to win a championship, and we are missing one piece. It's the right coach. This season was the season. No, I'm just saying for this season. No Tatum, no Embiid, no Halliburton. So this was the season. And at times, Mike Brown has us looking good offensively. But more times, we look bad as a basketball team. And we're having the same troubles we had last season with Tom Thibodeau, right? But we all agree Mike Brown isn't the guy. And I don't think when he does get fired, because he is going to get fired, he's not going in next season as the Knicks head coach. You can forget about that. If he wins a championship, then maybe. But if we're not in the finals, this man is gone. Listen, the right coach, and I agree with my brothers up here, a Kane Corso will have this shit in order. Simple and plain. It's too many jokesters on the sideline. Too many cool cats. It's too many guys that just is no sense of urgency. So for me, this is a big Mike Brown problem. And I have to agree with Matt Barnes. He played the game at a high level. He played under Mike Brown. He witnessed it. He was there. And he called it from the beginning. It's too nice. especially to coach a team in New York. It's too many fun and games. When you look at past Knicks teams compared to today, you know why they start this Knicks team today, even though it's probably more talented? That right there. They're going to beat y'all with sheer physicality and just toughness because y'all dudes play too much and y'all don't take nothing serious. So for me, you know, I hear what Fish is saying. At the end of the day, I think us having a coaching change once again is not going to set us back how people think. We are one piece away, whether it's, you know, a 6'7", 6'8" wing guy that can come off the bench and really score a bucket, or a good head coach. So for me, Flea, you're 100% correct. We've been saying it before the season started. He will be on the hot seat, and he looked like the other night he was on the hot seat.
I want to address James real quick. That's my brother James Lee. He said, well, what coach in the NBA is a Cane Corso? I don't think, and that's really an analogy, bro. So we're not really looking for the coach that is just barking all day long.
Right.
But there's a level of respect that a Cane Corso gets when somebody pulls up on the crib, and when somebody pulls up on the crib with a little Yorkie. There's a level of respect that you're giving said dog, because it's like, all right, you know what they're capable of, right? We could reel off a ton of coaches right now that garner the respect from their players to go out and play hard every single night, right? When you look at a Rick Carlisle, they're strapped for talent right now, and their best player is hurt. But last season, when you started last season, they weren't pegged to be in the finals. They weren't pegged to be in the finals. But somehow they're in the finals because Rick Carlisle is just a damn good coach and coached up that entire team, right? Like, there's questions about Ime Udoka right now because of Houston. But if we're talking about the beginning of his coaching career, he walked through the door and walked Boston to the finals. Walked through the door and walked them to the finals. Like, there's coaches out there, and the list goes on, I'm sure. But there's coaches out there that garner the respect where guys are not going to be dogging it whenever they feel like it against inferior teams. Let me say that. They're going to come up and show out every night. I don't think that Mike Brown gets that level of respect from his team. And we have a veteran team. We don't have a young team. We have a veteran team. Team that's been around for a while. It's crazy to me, but.
And you could sound like a chihuahua, but it's the actions that really lead everything. Because I think sometimes when you hear a pimp talk, they don't sound like they always sound, man, like kind of high pitched. But it's the actions and the persuasion.
Why he talking? He like this.
Yeah. but he don't. That's people who are powerful speakers like that. They have their words hit. Like they push buttons with those words. And you not a word, like he thinks he's pimping, man. ain't nobody falling for that charm, brother. But he did have some more to say. And this time, it's about Mikal Bridges.
You haven't played him a lot in fourth quarters of close games. Do you think he's fatigued, tired, or just struggling? Is that something that, I know he has to streak? Will you ever go to him and ask him, hey, do you want to take a game off just to recharge your batteries for the stretch run? What are you seeing out of him right now?
We all have to play better. And I mean, it's no secret Mikal hasn't shot the ball well, but he's given us life at times and given us life the right way at times. I thought he was fantastic at Indiana on both ends of the floor. You know, so it's not just Mikal, it's us collectively as a group. And anytime any of our players feel fatigued, you know, we got a fantastic performance group, but they communicate all the time. If our performance group tells us that this guy needs a game or that guy needs a game to get their body right, mind right, whatever it may be, 100%, I'll give anybody a game. You know, but that's something that is done collectively, and I'm not going to just say, hey, you sit, you play, you sit, you play. Not everybody's the same. but we all have
What?
to play better than what we're playing right now, especially to start games.
Why not change the starting lineup?
What's that?
Why not change the starting lineup?
Because right now I don't feel the need to. But like I said, if I felt the need to, I would. I don't feel the need to right now. So
I know you said the same thing about physicality and making them feel you after the Utah game.
It's a different question.
Come on, I see the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, exquisite, the elegant Tiger Girl. Rhonda Flores is in the building. The ladies are pulling up, y'all. Tiger Girl, Rhonda Flores, what up?
Wonder Woman's here too, OG.
Oh, I'm sorry. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Wonder Woman is also in the building. Fellas, y'all know the drill. Please speak to the ladies and be respectful.
Ladies, what up? Appreciate y'all.
Ladies, what's going on, man? I don't want to lose my focus. What the hell is Mike Brown talking about? So he basically just said that he's relying on a different department to tell him when he can bench his players. So you got to rely on the medical department or whatever the hell, performance department to tell you what happened.
No, I was laughing at Sam Gill. I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
He might have a speech impediment.
I'm sorry.
But that's what he's relying on too many people to tell him how to coach. That's what what do you mean I can't just sit this guy down and this guy down if I feel like it? And then the follow-up question was, you're gonna change the starting lineup. I'm not doing that right now. You contradicting yourself in real time. What you mean I'm not doing that right now? It don't sound like you the one making the decisions. Don't sound like you the one saying when this guy can sit, that guy. It sounds like Mikal Bridges, these guys, somebody's punking you into starting or whatever it is. Or he makes this much or that much. And Brunson, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't sound like you see what we see with Mikal. The same way you see things with DOR, you go, you ain't gonna play like that. I'm gonna try Jordan Clarkson. Somehow he's back in the rotation. Next thing you know, tomorrow he's gonna try out Kolick, and then Kolick gets back in the rotation. It's somebody suggesting these things to him. That's what I don't like about that. And that's when we say Chihuahua and Ken Corso, it's not assertive. You don't sound assertive on any given. You think you're being slick with these words, and I'm reading right through it, bro. Somebody's telling you when to sub in and sub people out when they can sit out. And I know the whole league is going through that too, by the way, with the performance people. Steph Curry spoke to that. You think I don't want to play? They're making me sit. That's what he said. But if Steph Curry's available, he's playing like trash. I think Steve Kerr sitting there like, bro, what you doing? If Draymond's doing something dumb, I think at some point Steve Kerr has told him, yo, go sit down. I've seen players tell Draymond, yo, you got to go sit down, bro. They're calling you on the bench because you're wilding. And if Steve Kerr can do that with Steph Curry and Draymond Green all ball, like that's what this sounds like to me.
That clip right there from Mike Brown, I'm done with him. Let me tell you what's happening with this organization for the last however many years. From coaches to the front office to the players. Everybody's getting free money. There's no being held accountable for nothing. There's no championship aspirations. These guys know we have the greatest fan base in all of planet Earth. They know we're going to support them no matter what. And they're just freely doing their job with no responsibility of winning. To me, that's what's going on. Mike Brown, what he just said is mind-boggling. This is what's going to get him fired once the season is over, whether we win a title or not. Everybody is playing the worst basketball probably of their careers under your watch. And you have no explanation for it. None. You're not trying to fix whatever situation is going on between Cat and Brunson. You're not trying to fix the situation with Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges. Whatever it takes to make the team better, to play better basketball, you're not willing to sacrifice anything. And what makes this dangerous is we're a third seed. That's what's saving him. See, that camouflages everything. I see people in the chat. I see people talking. Why y'all complaining? Y'all winning. Y'all a third seed. But are we playing championship level style basketball? The conversation for the whole season should have been, no matter what seed we are we championship contention? Are we playing great enough basketball to win a title? See, when that's not held above you, all this bullshit can happen. And that's what's been going on. But now James Dolan done had enough. Hold up. Y'all done robbed me for 10 plus years, however many years. We got Melo, and there was no championship expectations. Enough is enough. Mike Brown is shooting himself in the foot with what he just said. And for you not to see the problem and attempt to resolve it, you change no game plan. How many times we sit up and go, yo, bro, why is so-and-so still on the bench? Bring him back in the game. You are really that stubborn to just coach the same way all season? So that means in the playoffs, are you going to change? Are you going to coach the same way? Flea, we are in Barney Rubble. We are in trouble.
You know, I love when you say that.
I didn't like it at first, but
I love when he says that. You
right.
just hate everything. You just hate everything.
Yes.
Hey, I'm rubbing off on him, man.
Yes.
The goal is to get everybody.
No, he's been like that since birth. It feels like.
Flea, the goal is to get all of us to chat. Everybody hate everything, right? But listen, he getting good. He's getting good. He getting good.
Getting good, guys.
He getting good. My last point is Mike Brown has to go. And if James Dolan doesn't take control of this situation, including the front office, it's going to continue to happen like this. Because once again, when you have a fan base that's going to sell out, when you're going to have front office and coaching staff that's not going to hold nobody accountable, when you get players in here that's not going to hold anybody accountable and take responsibility, this is what it's going to be. This thing is bad, and the front office eventually they're going to have to start being held accountable as well, just as much as Mike Brown and the players.
Lee, what are you thinking? Because we didn't even get to the Mikal Bridges bashing, because it's not like he don't deserve it. But is Mike Brown speaking on Mikal Bridges? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I want to. I always love the interaction of the chat, especially like the thoughtful commenters. And everybody's thoughtful, but especially the ones that put thought into what they're saying and just engaging and bringing value to the conversation. The moment 456. The sentiments from a lot of that person's comments is one of, we are winning, so we need to lay off Mike Brown a little bit. I just want to say from that perspective, I can appreciate that perspective, genuinely, because if we were losing, we'd be even more pissed. So I could genuinely appreciate the perspective of, we finding ways to win, so you got to take W's in the NBA. But at the end of the day, he's not being gauged on wins and losses in the regular season. Mike Brown is going to be gauged and judged and evaluated solely on April, May, and June, if we make it to June. That is what he's going to be judged on. And right now, how we look on an inconsistent basis, it's just not good. So while we're judging him from that perspective, is because we have a lot of history and homework that everybody's done already on Mike Brown. We have literally watched his entire career from the word go. And if we talk about in terms of NBA head coach. So it's not like we don't have, this is not like some new guy that we have walking through the door and we don't know what he's capable of and what he's incapable of. We just listened to Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes played for him. So all I'm saying is the urgency and the concerns of us as fans and the basketball world comes from a valid perspective. Again, we can appreciate winning, but we have to evaluate what we're looking at. And what we're looking at right now is not a guy that I think is going to take us over where Tibbs took us. And you're talking about Tibbs playing guys 40 minutes a night. You're talking about Tibbs pushing us to our extreme limit, and we got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Right now, we're talking about not feeling like we are even pushing ourselves at all and have the thought that we're going to win. So, like, I just wanted to say that real quick. Big shout out to the Moment 456 for all their comments. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but appreciate, you interacting with us and everybody in the comments. But I think that needs to be said, and everybody needs to look at that from that perspective. He's not really being judged right now on if we win 50 games this year. That's not going to matter. Solely on the playoffs.
Can I just make this quick point before Fabian goes? Flea, you said something that just kind of clicked, right? What makes this situation worse is to have a coach that's not a dog, that's not respected, right? But then what can offset that is if you had a Kobe, a Mike, a LeBron, right? A Curry, where the players respect those guys to where you got just great leadership on and off the court, to where it kind of can offset it a little bit. I'm going to be honest. Brunson is not that leader. So to me, it makes the situation that much worse.
And we didn't.
Sorry.
Who? Brunson or Mike Brown?
Either or. Both. Can they?
Can Brunson or Mike Brown get to the level of leadership that we need to turn this thing around and get us to a championship level? This season, Mike Brown
got you the Moment. Salute.
Cat was able to turn things around defensively. He's still not the offensive weapon he was last year and in years prior. And then Deuce McBride, just a hell of a season he was having before he went down. Diawara was developing. OG is still up and down, even though I think he got better. Mitchell Robinson is still wait for the playoffs, Mitchell Robinson, to see if he's DPOY type. He was able to expose him, like, the team's flaws and Jalen Brunson's leadership flaws that I thought he was. I thought, this Tom Brady, Derek Jeter thing, if you are following this blueprint, you got to be in there like you showed us with that Kobe Ron Artest huddle. It's not as easy as we thought. It's not as easy as advertising being the face of Mamba sneakers and big body Brunson. You had all the hype behind you. And now once you get to this level, to the mountaintop, that's what Tom Brady always talks about, is you get to the mountaintop, dog, it's way harder to do it again. And we haven't even won, and we're talking about getting past this peak of just hype. That's what it is with the Knicks. There's a lot of hype. And then we kind of seen it in the summertime, and then Please saying that's the guy's gonna lead us through this hype. Both of these guys ain't that class of leader that we thought they were. Oh, well, Brunson isn't, and Mike Brown we never thought was gonna be a leader. And then we didn't have anybody else in the locker room to really pull through. That CP3 signing, I think he retired or he's about to announce his retirement. Something. They need a jolt because Deuce McBride might come back, and now you're hinging on everything is hinging on that. And if you can't sit Mikal Bridges and learn how to, I don't want to say discipline him, but try a different option. Like when they ask you, is Mikal Bridges going to sit? It's like, at this point, anything's on the table. And you can say it with that same voice. When somebody you put that in print, that's what's going to be going viral. That's why the New York media is nuts. And you got to be careful what you say. Use your words wisely. Yeah, any options available. We got to get this guy going. We need him to win. We need Cat to win. We need this guy to win. It doesn't have to be aggressive. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be a King Corso. But Mikal ain't got it together, bro. And it's not just this season. Last year, he came in on some bullshit. I'm going to tweak my jump shot. Bro, you in the middle of your prime, you still working on your jumper? And then the fact that I can give Bridges a little grace because if Cat and Brunson ain't got it together, those are your two top dogs. They're not taking it to the next level. So if they're not at the next level and pushing everybody up and giving you this inspiration, that means now you're relying on, I put it in the comments earlier, now we're relying on the perfect timing of role player rotation. Every time we're looking at, go sit this guy down. This guy should come onto the game right now. Like that shit don't happen with championship teams. You have your guys you bring off the bench because your two top dogs are doing their thing, and all you need to do is compliment them right now. And the complimentary pieces, if they're not working on the court at the moment, you go find the one that does. And you don't have any of that down pack right now. That's why this was getting to me last night, AllBall. Like, okay, we could talk about Bridges. We know he sucks right now. 6.5 points in 6 games. He played 21 minutes last night, as Flea pointed out. These are messages you're sending to him, but you sugarfooting now. You sugarfooting. Pull the chair all the way out and let him bust his ass.
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Listen, this situation is going to continue to be like this. And I just thought of this, right? Until James Dolan gets involved, the front office is going to continue to try their best to not make themselves look like idiots. And let me explain. Y'all gave up 5 first-rounders for Mikal Bridges. Y'all think they're going to allow Mike Brown to bench him? Because now they look like they fucked up. Listen, gave OG the max. We know Hart is his guy. Did y'all bring Hart over here to help us win championships or to make Brunson happy? For me, Flea, this is about the front office. And I don't know what made me just think of this, but it's like a lot of things aren't going to change because the front office is sitting there going, if he does bench Mikal and it works, we look like idiots. Our jobs is on the line. If he makes these changes, if he do this, if he do that, what's that going to say about us? Now, like you said, if we get fired, who's going to rehire us? This situation is a mess, man. And everybody is scared to really dive deep into this and really get to the meat and potatoes of this thing. This front office is fucking us over because they don't want to look like assholes. Y'all gave him 5 first-rounders for Mikal Bridges, bro. Y'all brought Josh Hart over here to make his best friend feel comfortable. Y'all let go DiVincenzo. Y'all let OG back y'all in the corner and tell y'all, I ain't taking no pay cut. So until James Dolan gets involved and let this front office know, listen, enough is enough. It's either that or you got to get a head coach that's going to coach and is not going to be afraid to say front office, fuck y'all. I don't care how y'all feel, what y'all telling me. I'm coaching to win the basketball game tonight. I'm coaching to win a championship. I don't give a fuck what y'all did and what y'all gave for Mikal Bridges. That nigga coming off the bench. We got big problems, fellas, and it's internal.
I mean, most of the championship level coaches, most of the coaches that have the command of the locker room are also fully supported by the head coach and what his choices and decisions. Those are usually the most successful teams, right? The guys that usually have that carte blanche that could lay their nuts on the table and say, we're doing this because I'm good at my job. You hired me to be good at my job, so this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to be good at my job. So, I mean, if he's hamstrung by Leon Rose, then we need to start having conversations about Leon Rose. You know, we've went from La Costa Rosa 2.5, 3 years ago to now we don't even say that anymore because now we are continuously questioning his moves, his decisions, especially the last couple of ones. I mean, obviously, you know, it's a love-hate thing with the Cat move. You like it or love it, whatever. But right now, that Mikal Bridges move is starting to look a little funny in the light right now, right? And so, again, playoffs are around the corner. We have to see what it looks and shakes out into the playoffs. I just think this was like this is almost like a blind date matchup. Like, you know what I'm saying? You bringing in Mike Brown, he don't know what he's getting, and the Knicks are going and meeting a chick, and they don't even know what they're getting. Like, it's literally a match that either parties are not familiar with, and now we're expecting them to mesh and a product come out as an NBA championship team. And it shit don't work like that. Miss me with the optimism, miss me with the oldest team is win. Y'all know this shit don't work like that. Anybody that's been watching this shit for however long, and who the hell am I? Like I said, my two brothers are here. Y'all are older than me. Plenty of older people in the chat. So I could defer to y'all. But y'all know what I like history. I know what went on. I know how this shit works. There are anomalies. Yes, there are, one-offs. But for the most part, you're not just gonna bring some head coach in here after having a successful season last year and expect him to work magic this year. So, although I don't like the fact that we hired Mike Brown, I don't think he was the guy for the job. At the end of the day, yeah, the front office has a lot of egg on their face right now, especially as we walk into the playoffs. And if we don't win, they're gonna have a lot of egg on their face because were the last couple of decisions right? Was going and getting Mikal Bridges with 5 first-round picks and then firing Tom Thibodeau. Were those like sound decisions? Tibbs may have had to go, but were they sound decisions if you didn't have a real plan? So
no, they were not. It's been proven. It's been proven. If you were gonna fire Tibbs, we now know, like you said, there's no way Mike Brown's at the head of the leaderboard for the coaches you were looking for. That means you didn't have a backup plan. You didn't have a backup plan for Mikal Bridges. You thought he was the answer with no plan B. Same thing with Cat. So you went all in with those 3 decisions that swayed everything. And when AllBall said the front office will look stupid and have egg on their face if you bench Mikal Bridges, that's part of the problem. That's part of the reason why Ron Mills, you said it, they wanted a yes man at the coach. Because now you guys are kind of like coaching from up top. And Tibbs was not putting up with that. You weren't going to tell Tibbs when he could bench somebody unless it was game 5 against the Indiana Pacers in the playoffs when it was too late. And obviously Rick Brunson's on that sideline getting the same words from up top. So that proves my point even further. Mike Brown does not make the decisions that he should be making as a head coach. That is your job. That's part of your job title. And yeah, you might have your back against the wall because you signed up for this, but you could do that in game. We're gonna fire you after you win. If you blow somebody out or beat another team by benching Mikal Bridges and you go on a run, like you coaching scared because you're too nice of a guy, old boy.
Real quick, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Where the hell you been at, Mo?
What up, Mo? What up?
We miss you up here. Where the hell you been at? Big shout out to Mo.
Stack Downs. You know I gotta sneak that shit in every now and then. Every now and then. You know you're my guy. Fatim, what up, Fatim?
Can I go with my conspiracy?
It's been a couple of episodes. We haven't had one. The floor is yours, OG.
Fabian slightly alluded to it. He beat me to the punch because what he said, I was 100% thinking. Flea.
What, nigga?
Mike Brown was the plan. The front office knew we get him. We could puppet master this thing behind the scenes. You can't tell Tom Thibodeau what to do. The front office, they don't give a fuck about championships. As long as they look good in the light. Listen, they know Mike Brown is a nice guy. They know he's going to play by the rules. They know he's not going to go over to the dark side. You can basically tell him, you better not fucking bench Mikal Bridges. The front office is in the back. All they are worrying about is these guys we got, these changes we made. We've gotten to the conference finals. These are things we haven't done in years. And as long as the guys we traded for that we love, as long as they're doing okay, our asses is covered. They are behind the scenes worrying about themselves. They ain't worrying about nothing else. Because there's no way in the world Mikal Bridges hasn't been benched yet. There's no way in the world. The plan was to get a coach like Mike Brown. The front office is the fucking problem. Because how was nobody attempting to force Cat and Brunson to be on the same page? How were they not one of the best 1-2 punches in the NBA? They don't have to be the best, but how are you not top 5? How were you night in and night out able to get away with not having no chemistry and no one is saying nothing but us? How was that possible? The front office is getting so much money behind the scenes and pulling so many strings that they dare somebody to fuck them over. And Tibbs, what made it worse for him is you lost that series in Indiana and you lost the first 2 games at home. That was the ammo to get rid of him. But Mike Brown was the fucking plan, Flea, because I'm going to say it again. If Mike Brown or another coach comes in here and switches shit up and we successful, you know what people going to say? Front office. What's going on? Them is your guys. Y'all traded for them. Y'all paid them. They ain't doing their job. But these other guys come in and they do. Front office is a motherfucker, dog. Right, 100% correct. Mafia play. Them niggas ain't letting nobody come in here and fuck that up. Flea, that's my conspiracy. That's my thought. Because there's no way in the world Mike Brown, it looks like he doesn't have no rope to coach. And I'm not saying he's a great coach. I still don't want him here. But for him, not yet, to bring Mikal Bridges off the bench, for him, Josh Hart could be injured soon as he comes back. He doesn't work his way into the starting lineup. He's still starting, playing the whole first quarter with his best friend, unless he's in foul trouble. He's still playing as many minutes as Cat. Mitchell Robinson, y'all ain't give up on him yet? He can't play, right? Flea, these niggas is doing their best to cover their ass. They fucking us and the fans over, bro. That's my conspiracy.
I mean, how? And I'll play. I'll play right now. I'll roll with it, because if that's the case, we're not stupid though. Like on the screen, the people in the chat.
I am sometimes.
We are not stupid. Like
I am sometimes.
Nah. I'm not putting that on you. Not today. Not in this
Is that from?
right now.
You think I'm stupid?
Like, we're not dumb. So okay, I'll roll with it, right? That they're just playing in our faces. It's almost 60 years, nigga. Are you kidding me? How could you think it's not acceptable at this point? You're going through the era now. See, Knicks fans, I'm just talking about my time. I can't go back, Papa Flea, OG Flea. I'll talk about my time. It was the papers, it was Sports Center, and then ESPN, and then at that time, they loved the athletes. They didn't really kill guys too much and give negative opinions all the time and things like that, unless you really did some dumb shit. Finger roll Patrick Ewing, but we move on. But they didn't spend time. I'm going somewhere, right, Fabian? They didn't spend too much time killing guys. And so now, you don't hear the fans clamoring for championships. The 90s Knicks were great because we felt good about the 90s Knicks. Like, that was cool. You in a time where social media is buzzing, 24-hour news cycle, Knicks Rehab is here, along with every other Knicks platform out there. Voices are louder. Voices are louder. You're not just going to hear from fans when you come into the arena and they booing from the stands. No, you're going to hear from us in email. You're going to hear from us tagging you in posts all day long. You're going to hear from us on our platform and others. You're going to hear from the fans more and more and more, along with the old school shit, the papers, now on mainstream media. So what I'm saying is, OG, if that's the case, who the fuck do they think we are? We have been devoid of a championship longer than all of us been born. They're going to play in our face like, nah. So that's why I'm like, if that's the case, shame on the front office for thinking that we're gonna be okay with. The Knicks was selling out in 2017 when we were running out Alec Burks as our starting point guard. That 19,000 is gonna show up every night, no matter how bad we are. So for me, it's hard. It's hard to get on the. It's a money play thing. The guard is gonna sell out no matter what.
We
want to win now, though, bro. Come on, stop playing with
Fabian, us. I know Fabian is gonna love this tape. That whole front office thing is all family, right? Brunson and Rick Brunson and Godfather, this and all that. Bro, those guys are sitting back there. They don't have to talk to reporters. They just sitting back there getting their bellies fat, bro. Pause. Right? Flea, the proof is in the pudding. Y'all are doing everything in y'all power to make sure y'all don't look bad. Explain where this happens anywhere else where a player struggles like this. Explain. And there's nothing done about it. I mean, I don't know how else to look at it. But like I said, these guys are making these moves behind the scenes. And like I said, if people start calling them out for it, like I said, if Mike Brown benches Mikal Bridges, what are we going to start saying as the media about the front office? What are we going to start saying if you bench Josh Hart? What are we going to start saying if is Brunson the guy? What are we going to start saying? They covering themselves, Flea. That's just my opinion.
I'm not buying. I think it makes sense for it to be a gap year. Shout out to No Strays, because you couldn't get the coach that you were looking for, and they all the ones you wanted re-signed the deal after their teams, their respective teams heard they were in talks with the Knicks. And I'm not letting them off the hook. If this is on purpose, this is horrible. So you did this on purpose? You hire Mike Brown on purpose? You traded for Mikal Bridges 5 first-round picks on purpose? So what? So you could slump a year and not take any blame? I don't think they want to play with the New York media. James Dolan, Dolan knows New York. I think he loves the fact that being in championship contention puts us at a different level. He knows, like Flea said, we're going to sell out regardless. At one point, we were the most valuable franchise in the NBA, and we were horrible. On top of that, let's not forget, they're trying to split the Knicks off from MSG. They're trying to make their own stock from the Knicks. Hell no, you don't do this on purpose. The only way it works is if the rumors with Giannis were around the same time that we were supposed to be hiring a coach. So it might make sense if you're trying to buy some time for a year to go get Giannis. Maybe they knew all along, I'm not trading all these people for Giannis or whatever the case may be. We got to wait till next summer anyway to get the superstar you want. We're not going to get what we want out of this group. I think if you're watching basketball, you can see Brunson and Cat don't get along on the court. So that leads into your conspiracy, but I can't buy that you would risk waiting for Giannis for a year when he might get hurt, back problems, all kind of shit. Dog, when it comes to that stock market game, you want the Knicks pumping at all high cylinders. Now, does it mean something if you extend another year for Brunson and whatever other superstars next to him next season? Like, now you're banking on this thing coming back, and you have another season AllBall of Mike Brown, a new coach, a restart of philosophies or whatever it is. How do you explain next season then? So you're saying from now on, this thing, they're not planning for a championship ever then, going by what you're saying?
No, but what I'm saying is because that it may be getting misconstrued, right? And there's 2-3 conversations going on here. What I'm saying is the reason why Mike Brown isn't able to coach, the reason why I think Mike Brown hasn't brought Mikal Bridges off the bench yet is because it'll make the front office look stupid. Like I said, y'all gave up those picks, and then now my mind is going, okay, so why did Mike Brown get the job then? Right? okay, maybe the plan from the front office is let's get a guy in here who we can like, who we know is going to be nice, who's not going to, he's not, he's just a nice guy. And we know that we can tell him, bruh, we paying so-and-so this, we gave up this for that person. Don't bring him off the bench. Let Brunson do whatever he wants to do. We don't care if he doesn't like Cat or he doesn't have any chemistry. Bro, the whole team, all the players are not having great seasons individually under Mike Brown. This is probably the worst Cat has ever played, even though he's averaging a double-double. Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, OG, regressed tremendously. Brunson isn't an All-NBA player. He is in a, I think, was he All-NBA 2 this year?
All-star so far.
Right. He's not an MVP candidate. I think the front office is making sure that no matter what, they look good in this light. And,
but they don't look good. That's what I'm saying. Every trade, every move after OG Anunoby has been a fail.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you a question then. Besides Knicks rehab, who do you hear complaining about the front office?
Nobody.
So why don't they look good? Hold on. You don't. Let me just finish. You don't hear Stephen A. Smith. You don't hear none of the big networks. You don't hear none of the other platforms. As much as we kill Cat, as much as we now kill Mike Brown, as much as we just laugh at Hart or Mikal Bridges, which they all deserve this criticism, who is holding the front office accountable? Flea even asked you, do we want, the GM to talk? And you agreed. Nah, we don't want him to. Me and Flea was like, so in their mind, how are they not winning?
Because you had New York City in the palm of your hands. It's a different level of ratings, money. Because us as fans, we're talking about the feeling of, even if we don't win, we can't deny 2024. We can't deny last year's playoffs when we smacked Boston and they changed New York City's street names. We can't deny that. So for you to say, yo, Tibbs, you out of here, bro, I think they messed up. They really were trying to come up with a new head coach, and they didn't have a plan, like Flea said. All that big network talk. This at some point, Dolan might call him out and be like, I thought this was the plan. You told me Tibbs was the plan. You asked him. This was the guy you said was going to bring us here because all you have to do is collaborate. At some point, you said it a couple weeks ago. That billionaire's tired of getting finessed. You ain't finessing me again. I don't know whatever you make it, because they don't even announce how much Rick Brunson makes. They don't talk about how much Leon Rose makes, how much Worldwide West makes. They don't talk about that. And right on cue, Stephen A. Smith was out here today. I seen that go viral. He called out Jalen Brunson for the acquisition of Mikal Bridges. Huh? How? He ain't the guy making the trades, even though I say he's the face of it. They were making commercials with Dante DiVincenzo. They were on magazine covers. Then he got the announcement for the trade. So Stephen A. Smith don't even know what he's talking about with that. All I'm saying is he didn't mention Leon Rose and Worldwide West, to your point, which a few years back, he did specifically call out Worldwide West and Leon Rose when he said, yo, this is New York. When they hired Steve Stout, this is New York. Y'all better be ready. This, that, and the third. And he hasn't mentioned them since. So I understand what you're saying, but at some point, Leon Rose, he ain't playing with all this. I mean, James Dolan, he ain't with all this, bro.
Hey, Fleet, can I ask you a question? Last season, we heard players complain about Tibbs, right?
Bridges being one of them. They main guy.
Do we hear anybody complaining about Mike Brown?
I haven't heard a word. I haven't heard one guy say anything about. I mean, I've heard it indirectly because he brought in a new system, and
that's one.
Cat has always said he's been struggling with trying to find ways to be effective in the system. So
stay right there.
For sure.
They also called back Cat saying he made sure to say, I love playing under Tibbs. And he was always clamoring about him. I think it was Ian Begley that was saying that. Cat was the first one to complain about it. The second one was Mikal Bridges again. I gotta be more coachable. So you got two guys that complained about Mike Brown all ball on the team.
I don't hear nobody complaining about Mike Brown as loud as they were complaining about Tibbs. We've heard all season guys complaining about minutes, playing too much. We've seen how many platforms even allude to it. It's crickets when it comes to this guy. It's no coincidence.
But also I could push back with that. Nobody wants to. Cat called him out, and he was still careful because they don't want to. Mikal Bridges, they're still careful with. I don't want to be the guy that leads the way in the media for firing another coach back to back. I don't want to be in the limelight with all that. I don't want to make the headlines for all that. Who can really do that in the middle of a championship run or with championship expectations? They're gonna sound like they're being a distraction to the team too, all ball.
Flea, how would you feel if you're a coach and Mikal Bridges says what he says if you're Tom Thibodeau, but then this season he basically apologizes for being tough to coach under Mike Brown?
I mean, I don't understand why Mikal Bridges is being handled like a child or like somebody who we're worried about losing him mentally or losing him. Like, these are professional players. These are professional players. As somebody has just reached out to me and said, I played at a high level, so I should be bringing more insight to this platform. Somebody's not pleased enough at the insights that I'm bringing to this platform. So let me help and say this, that when you are a guy that's earning minutes and that has the trust of a coach, and then you lose the trust of a coach because you're not playing well, the coach is supposed to challenge you. And when he challenges you, that is playing less minutes. That's unfortunately not being in the game plan as much. Maybe your number is not called. Maybe I'm going to challenge you. I need you to be a dog defensively to regain my trust. There has to be something that ignites Mikal Bridges. There has to be something that ignites Mikal Bridges, and Mike Brown is not doing it. Saying to him that, it's no secret that he's not shooting well, but then praising him for the small moments that he had in Indiana, it's you know what I'm saying? It's not going to land on him where it's like, shit, I got to be better. That's not going to land on him. He's going to feel like, okay, well, I contributed somehow. You hit a big shot. I remember the 3 he hit. It was a big shot. He had a couple stops in that game. I remember, but in terms of totality of the game over the last, let's just say a month, 2 months, he hasn't been great. And Mike Brown is not doing anything to challenge him as a player.
Great point.
But you saying, what was your question on ball? How would you feel if you're Mike Brown?
Right. I'm saying,
he got to sit to answer the question. He got to sit. He got to sit.
Right. It's I'm saying as a coach, how would you feel if, like I said, we watched Mikal Bridges criticize Tom Thibodeau, like just blatantly, right? Call him out. But then now with Mike Brown, we watch you apologize for basically being tough to coach. And
then play worse.
Bro, listen, y'all don't think a Flea, this front office knows these guys. These are Brunson's guys. Y'all know these guys. So for this thing to be unraveling like this, like I said, what's covering this thing up is we're the 3rd seed. And for people to not see this for what it is and just look at that and think that's being successful because we a 3rd seed, let's stop acting like last season. This is like kind of reminiscent. The schedule is sweet. Yeah, we beat up on CNN in Denver. But let's not forget all the other games we lost. How we get our boots smoked and just embarrassed by Detroit. Lose to Cleveland. Almost lose to Golden State last night. Get our ass kicked against a Dallas with nobody. Like, so for people to like really look at being the 3rd seed and think that's something, is we got to be careful because this thing can blow up in our face as Knicks fans. And if we're not careful, you can imagine what's going to happen if we lose in the 1st round.
But that's just to wrap that up. That's why I don't think Leon Rose risk his confidence with the owner? Because that's Isaiah Thomas got that leeway with James Dolan, but Leon Rose, he got 5 years. He got him to a certain point. He got the second superstar, but it's not the superstar that he thought he was getting. So I think to plan or to orchestrate something to get a first round exit, how does that help Leon Rose stay in office?
He has to go. No. If this is my opinion. If we're not in the finals, it's 2 options. If we lose in the conference finals, but it's a dogfight against Detroit, 7-game series, overtime games, game winners, you got to respect that. If it's not that or the finals, Leon Rose and them should go right along with Mike Brown.
Right. But I'm saying you're saying that they orchestrated this.
Yes.
That's a conspiracy. But that's what I'm saying. So why were they orchestrated to get fired? Because they get the check anyway?
No, because they probably don't think James Dolan would fire them. They probably really listen. We all have jobs. Sometimes you say in your mind, I am who I am. I'm cool. My supervisor, my this. I ain't gonna get fired. And then one day, the motherfuckers go, hey, in the office. You're like, what? Bro, they have to be held accountable. These are their guys. This season is nowhere in the world you go from having a great season like last season, clutch player of the year, all NBA, all-star. You're 2 games away from the finals. You come into this season, no Tatum, no Embiid, no Halliburton. Orlando didn't take the jump we all thought they would take. And no one's having a great season. This was supposed to be for sure us being the best team in the East, probably one of the best teams in the NBA. And you drop the ball? No, they need to be held accountable. But I think those guys are so much sitting on their high horse and so comfortable in their mind, James Dolan won't fire them.
Hold up, Flea. AllBall has convinced me.
It didn't take too much.
Right.
You were easy licked, nigga. You were easy licked.
I pushed back for 20 minutes, brother. We've been on this
Shorty
topic.
walk you, talk you right out of your drawers, nigga. You were easy. They knew you was easy. Oh, Ray coming over?
Oh, listen, he just happens to be one of a kind. Chill out. I think with what you're saying, if we're gonna buy into the conspiracy, right? The same way Leon Rose and them said, we got a plan. We got a plan. Let's fire Tibbs. Because really, I think it was Dolan that fired Tibbs because he's not collaborative. Leon Rose might be sitting on his high horse with World Wide West because he's looking over at James Dolan like, nigga, what's your plan? You fire me, then what?
You don't know basketball. You don't care about the game.
I'm gonna be a billionaire whether you're here or not, Leon Rose.
Yes. No.
From Dolan's perspective, you can't throw the.
Hold on. Before
he don't give a fuck. He's hired the best of the best. He's hired the best of the best.
Don't bring in that.
He's hired championship level guys.
Oh boy, man, listen. I bought in already. It's over. James Dolan was throwing basketballs out of limousines to disabled children in the streets. That's what I saw happening when we were on our high horse. James Dolan knows what it is to drive around New York City and get that love. He knows what it is. But if you're sitting there with Leon Rose, Mr. CAA, he's saying, so what? Cat ain't work. I'll get you another one. You see, Giannis want to come here, right? He can play with James Dolan like that. Maybe it didn't take me too long, Flea. But AllBall knew what he was doing when he brought the conspiracy in here. The fit of this somewhat.
You was on vacation for too long. You don't know where the fuck anything is, nigga. You ain't been back long. You ain't been back long enough to even know where shit is. There you go.
He just made that shit just now. Terrible. Right.
Just put that shit together.
Oh, he got the cap now. I love it. Love it. Don't get shocked, man. You fall out over here. Motherfucker.
Yo, you put that together. You sat down and did that.
Right.
You sat down and did that.
Leon Rose might be the most diabolical, sneaky Brooklyn ninja of all time. Kudos to you, brother. You cornered your way into the corner office. Flea,
they got the owner in their back pocket, bro. Like it's like having a job and you super cool with the supervisor, where y'all got the relationship where it's almost like it's my dude. They ain't firing me. I'm telling you, bro.
But the facility looks like trash. The bathroom stinks. It's doo-doo in there all the time. It ain't been cleaned the women's and the men's bathroom. There's no chips in the vending machine.
Watch this, Flea. Okay,
the punch out clock don't work. The facility is garbage.
Now watch this, Flea. You ready? You ready? Me and you are so cool that you know what I'm gonna do? My fault. You right. I'm bugging. You pay somebody, clean it up. Problem gone.
I know somebody that could clean that for you. Yo, Leon Rose. I didn't even think about this. I'm sorry, AllBall. It took me a second to buy into the diabolicalness.
I'm not having it. We have to put this on Leon Rose.
Hold on. First of all, I've been blaming Leon Rose since the Mikal Bridges trade and the cat trade. Don't you do this to me, Flea. He was trying to get.
You've come around on cat.
No.
You've come around on cat. Leon Rose starts to get into question when you fire Tibbs and have no plan after that. That's for me. That's where, okay, what are you doing? Where are we going?
For me,
that's where that comes in.
For me, it was, and I said this when it happened, and you overlooked it.
That's a fact, Ron. That's a fact, Ron.
I said this when it happened, and you overlooked it. You don't get Cat if he's not a Tibbs guy. You traded Tibbs' guy, Randall. That's his system. That's those are the players that buy into his system. And he's coming cheaper. They're trying to put a rumor out there saying he's going to try to sign for more and rob this place. No, y'all robbing the place. That's what's really going down. La cosa rosa.
Fellas, y'all know how much we love the chat, right? I got JMNYC. You know, he be coming through. Pause. Can we watch that for real? No, I mean, I would love for us to respond each maybe a minute or two. Listen, you can't flee. You can't ignore that. Yo, bro, I avoided that all day to see a segment on Knicks Rehab. You can't ignore that.
What did that say? I missed that. What that said?
I'll put it back up.
You can't get off air without the Stephen A. clip. I avoided all day. Just see the segment. What Stephen A. clip?
Yeah, I don't. Is he talking about the? Is he talking about the Stephen? JMNYC. What Stephen A. clip are you talking about? All right.
Blaming Brunson.
Has it loaded up.
Is it this one? JMNYC. We talking about Brunson, blaming Brunson for the trade.
I try my best not to listen to this nigga at all.
I really don't until he goes viral. But in the meantime, in between time, while he's looking for his answers, there's some super chats. Willie Cruz to you for your $4.99. The Knicks get bounced out early. Will the front office be on a hot seat over Tibbs? Damn, right on cue. Willie Cruz over here, Professor X in it. Damn, I hope we answered your question. Bless one. Thank you for your $10. You can't handle praise while also giving criticism. Also, the group blaming is weak because it shows you are afraid to have direct confrontation with certain individuals. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo! Bless one might be a gangster. I wanted to highlight Jesse Glad said Saget, because he be on Knicks Twitter heavy, and he's like, when you talk, I'm not Knicks Twitter, NBA Twitter. He's a Spurs fan. He hates Popovich like all ball. We got God bless Popovich. He's going through it right now. But for him to retweet us and show them like, yo, if y'all want to see some diabolical Knicks talk, and he reposted our link. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Jesse.
Been on there forever too. F.A. Brown, thank you for your $5. What up, my guys?
The team.
That's for team. What's up, for team? Showing love from Philly. Do you guys wish y'all stuck by Tibbs and gave him one more year to get it done? I think so. Mikal Bridges was a downgrade.
Fatim also said in the comments, "Oh, they answered my question already." Oh man.
But I don't think we could give him one more year. Like if you gave up on Tibbs like that and the owner's giving you pressure, we couldn't give him another year. The players gave up on you, McHale, but they all, you know what I'm saying? Deuce was kind of shitting on him, and he's having a wonderful season before he got hurt.
I thought the end result earned him another year. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I thought the end result
Superseded.
earned him another year. Yeah, but I hear what y'all saying. Like, I'm not gonna give no pushback. East Blue Drew always bullies me about that. I ain't gonna do it, Drew. But I'm just saying, like, I didn't think it was necessary, but here we are. But Tibbs, Mike Brown wasn't the guy.
Thrilly, I'm thinking for your $2, checking in with the fam. Salute, brothers. Salute to the 3 kings of Knicks content. AllBall TV forever. Yo, Thrill, man.
Love you, Will.
Rick Brunson to replace Mikal Bridges' watch.
Thriller, what up,
We
baby?
laugh- we laugh.
Thriller minutes pops.
We laugh about that shit, but that's the type of shit we do.
That Rick Brunson's gonna go in there
Just
for
history. Just history. That's the type of shit we'll do. Okay, you niggas is not happy with Mike Brown. Here you go. Go ahead, Rick.
No, Mike Brown. I thought MB was Mikal Bridges. Rick Brunson's gonna sub in for Mikal Bridges. Okay, I'm my bad. Here's Stephen A. Smith's punk ass, fake ass Knicks fan talking about the Mikal Bridges trade and why it happened and who should get blamed and all whatever.
How did you feel waking up this morning? A win is a win, but it wasn't pretty how you got there.
I'm sick. And it's not just because of the dental procedure that I had Friday that I'm still recovering from, with my throat feeling like I'm swallowing knives, for crying out loud.
Whoa.
It's because I'm sick with my New York Knicks. Shams, Wendy, I know Wendy's going to have to talk me off the ledge. He's going to try. Wendy, I'm letting you know right now, I love you. You're my brother from another mother. It's not going to work. Shams, I love you too. Proud to call you a colleague. It's not going to work. I'm depressed, and I'm not going to get over it anytime soon. The Knicks ain't winning a damn thing. Let me tell you something right now. Mikal Bridges, this 6-game stretch, 39 total points, averaging 6.5 points per game, 5 of 24 from three-point range, 16 of 50 from the field, can't buy a basket. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I want to remind everybody right now, we can say what we want. And guess what? And this is going to shock everybody. This is where I'm breaking news. The person I'm blaming most for all of this is Jalen Brunson. It's the only thing that I can blame Jalen Brunson for, who I'm so proud to have. This is all his fault. All of it. And I'm going to tell you why.
You don't have to put the thing on the screen so we don't
Bridges,
get flagged.
my bad. Get him to remind everybody of Shams' job, because this is the man who broke the damn story. They gave up Bogdanovich.
Slow down.
4 unprotected first-round picks, a protected first-round pick in 2025, a first-round swap, and a second-round pick in 2026 for Mikal Bridges. Why did they do that? They did that because instead of waiting a year and signing a 5-year, $270 million max extension, Jalen Brunson signed a 4-year, $156 million extension the year before, giving the New York Knicks a $113 million discount, around that range, okay? So what do the New York Knicks do? Obviously, he saves them that kind of money. He did it so they could go get his boy, which I have no problem with. Mikal Bridges is not a scrub. He can play. He's reliable. He's out there every night. He never cheats you. He works hard. But he ain't an all-star. And so when you can't let your organization give up that much to get a dude that's going to ultimately handicap you from building a roster that can compete for a championship. Not to say that the Knicks can't compete for a championship, but you know what I'm saying. They are in a hole. And Mikal Bridges don't look like he's capable of getting out of him. And here's what Mikal Bridges has to understand that makes him look bad. You were the one seen complaining and heard complaining about Tom Thibodeau. Working cats too hard, running them into the ground, needing a break, all of this other stuff. Well, he ain't there now. It's Mike Brown. And you look worse. Now, that wasn't the whole season because you had a good December. But you look worse with him right now than you ever looked with Tom Thibodeau. So I'm looking at the New York Knicks and I'm like, how this team going to beat Boston? How this team going to beat Cleveland? They damn sure ain't gonna beat Detroit. Not looking like this. That was a G League team they went against last night in Golden State. There was no Steph Curry. There was no Seth Curry. No Draymond. You almost lost to them. You got to be kidding me. I'm not excited about what I'm seeing. I'm disgusted. And I'm not happy about it at all. The Knicks are going to compete. I get it. And they're a good team. I get it. But I had championship appearance aspirations. I didn't have them winning the championship. But I had this team because of the ACL tear or the Achilles tear of Tatum, of Damian Lillard, of Tyrese Halliburton, their nemesis over the last 2 years. I had the New York Knicks going to the finals. I damn sure don't have that now. And it's because of what will go down as an absolutely horrific trade if Mikal Bridges continues to look the way that he's looking. This is unacceptable stuff.
Listen, man. Big shout out JMNYC. The chat tells us what they want. We give them what they want because we could never forget we are here because of y'all.
Put the poll
So
up, baby. Pause.
I'm responding. Yeah, we can still put the poll up. We can end the live with the poll. I'm responding. He's
Hold
100%.
on. What's the poll again? Who gets benched first, Mikal Bridges?
No. We want the chat to engage in who would they rather see go to the bench, Josh Hart or Mikal Bridges. Stephen A. Smith was 100% correct. I gotta commend him for holding Jalen Brunson accountable. How many times have we watched LeBron James be a horrific GM and we roast him? How many times have we watched Michael Jordan as an owner be a horrific GM? We roast him. If Jalen Brunson has the power that people say he has, why was he able to allow his friend to come over here? If you know for a fact he is not the guy to help us win a championship. I love what he said. Because what I've always said, Jalen Brunson at some point has to be held accountable. We've handed him the keys to the city. And listen, if you saved us that money so we could sign your guy, and this is the results, I'm going to say it again. Another discount, buddy. You jammed yourself as well. But I love what Stephen A. Smith said, bruh. And I just see somebody in the chat say it. Yeah, we got to blame front office too for allowing Brunson to GM this thing. Like Fabian said, you had the okay cat. You had the okay Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges. I mean,
y'all told the Knicks organization that Jalen Brunson was a superstar. The loudest voices in Knicks media talk, Fabian and OG, told the world that Jalen Brunson is a superstar. And you know what they did? They fucking believed you guys. And they listened to you guys. Both you guys. And you know what? It's just a trickle-down effect after you're a superstar that could be a 1A guy and lead us to the championship. That's what happens. You get them carte blanche to do what they want. Superstar shit. Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan?
Let me make my watch this. I'm gonna make my last point. Go to hell, Flea.
I love you, bro. That's all right.
And they listen to us about Tibbs too.
Stacks time indifferent. Yo, Brunson didn't do the trade Leon Rose did. Watch this, Flea. Mm-hmm. We all have kids. We all know our kids' friends.
Okay.
All of them can spend the night.
It's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact.
So don't tell me Brunson couldn't have told Leon Rose.
I don't want that nigga to stay overnight. That nigga can't stay overnight. I like that, OG. That's funny. Come
on, man.
So,
Let's stop finding reasons to not hold our guys accountable. It doesn't mean I don't love Brunson. It doesn't mean I don't want him more. But let's stop doing that. Let's stop doing that. If my brothers, y'all set it up here and I almost disagree with y'all, but now I put my thinking cap on. Brunson has a lot of power in this organization. And he might be another reason why Mikal Bridges' bum ass ain't go to the bench yet, because that's his fucking guy. Stephen A. Smith was 100% correct.
You think about little man's kids, little man's friends, Fabian. That's what Sean Wilson said. Big shout out to Sean.
Yo, Sean, which one of these little niggas is Julius Randle?
Come on, man. Y'all know damn well. Hey, Flea, imagine little Flea.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
Hey, Flea, remember, Luke
funny as hell, man.
Luke going, hey, Dad, look, John, Timmy want to hang out cool, and then he say that one name, Michael. Nah.
No. Not having it.
No. Come on, bro.
Tell him it was canceled.
Big shout out to Sean.
Flea AllBall is blaming Jalen Brunson for kicking Julius Randle out of a sleeping bag for the sleepover.
Funny as hell.
I'm really truly surprised that you didn't flame him for just try to copyright strike ESPN for taking our shit verbatim. God damn.
Listen. This part for the course now.
You right.
This ain't the first occurrence. This is not their first demerit. This has been happening.
Yeah, Stephen A. It's been happening. What they say,
this has been happening.
When you imitation is a form of flattery.
No question.
What's your thoughts though, Flea? What Stephen A. Smith said and AllBall.
Hey, listen, man. You know we hate
them. They stole my fucking flow. Stephen A.
Mo knows what he's talking about. Ball for ball. Shout out to Soulja Boy. Listen.
No shout out to Soulja Boy. We will never shout out Soulja Boy ever in life about nothing. So I retract that. Soulja Boy.
Take it, whatever. You got it. I ain't giving no pushback on that. I don't love Soulja Boy. Drake.
Soulja Boy. No.
Hold on. See, Flea. Soulja killed the game, man. What he talking about?
I don't care what he did. He ain't getting no shout out on Knicks rehab.
He a nut, though. He a nut.
He definitely is.
Yeah. Listen. You always want to okay things and moves and deals with your best player, right? You always want your best player to have the guys around him that he feels like he can be successful with, especially if he's a point guard, especially if he's a prominent ball handler, right? But then you also have to understand that this is Jalen Brunson's first rodeo at being the guy. He hasn't, like, aside from college, he has not been the best player on an aspiring championship team. This is his first rodeo. And as a basketball player, I think he's handled it well. He's been great for us. We'd be crazy to say he's not. He's been phenomenal for us over the last 4 years. But to give him the cachet and the carte blanche to do what he wants in terms of roster construction, he hasn't earned that yet, is where I'm at. I don't think he's presented or done anything where it says, I need to replicate or get the core together from when I was in college on the NBA level, and we can win on this level together and do it the same way we did it. And it's a different game. The competition level is different. And if he's thinking that elementary, then we cannot have him at the helm of making roster decisions. Again, you have to go through your main guy and say, yo, we're thinking about doing this. We're thinking about doing that. What do you think? We need some input from you. I'm okay with that. In fact, I think it would be a crime not to do that to Jalen Brunson. But to now start having him move all the pieces around, and they're all pieces that he wanted to happen. And then that final piece is Karl Anthony Towns, and he's the only piece that you're not focused on getting on the same page with. Like that says something. That says something. You got a natural rapport with Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges and Dante DiVincenzo prior from playing college basketball together and winning at the highest level in college basketball. And so now you get here, the stakes are a little higher. You're on the New York Knicks, one of the biggest media market in the game. And we're handing you the keys to construct this roster to be a championship roster. You haven't done it on this level. You know about winning, but you haven't done that on this level. You haven't been the guy on this level. You haven't led a franchise on this level yet. So I just think they jumped the gun. I was being funny about the superstar thing because I think he very well could grow into a superstar. In fact, he is growing into a superstar. But to think that he's, built up a resume enough to say, hey, Leon Rose, I don't think that's the move. I think we need to get rid of Dante and bring in Bridges. We need Josh Hart. We need this piece. Like, if that is the case, we need to keep my dad on the bench. Fuck the players. We need to keep. What is he bringing? What offensive schemes, defensive schemes, player development? What is Rick Brunson bringing aside from just the same last name as the best player on the team? What is he bringing? I would like to know. Mike Brown came in here and did not bring in his own coaching staff. So some grace to him that way as well. You come into the New York Knicks, a team that's coming off the Eastern Conference Finals, aspiring to win a championship, and you can't bring in your own staff? So again, I just think I'm hard on Mike Brown, absolutely. But if I'm going to be honest and just look at it from an objective standpoint, he's a lame duck, and that's not by his. That's not on him. They put him in a shit position, and now we put a bowl of shit in front of you and make lemonade. That's not how it works.
We started a couple weeks back already on really honing in on Jalen Brunson being the focal point for the blame if we don't make the championship, we don't win a championship, and really just not feeling like a championship team this year after several years of climbing up to being this superstar status, taking the team, elevating them, having legendary playoff moments as a team, personal level, individual level with Jalen Brunson. Michael Jordan numbers were real. The Nike deal is real. And Flea just said something that makes a lot of sense to me. Jalen Brunson has never been in this position before since college. Well, ain't none of these motherfuckers been in this position before. Leon Rose, Worldwide West, Mike Brown, Mitchell Robinson, Cat, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby. He was on the bench. He was sidelined with surgery during that championship run in Toronto. Nobody's been leading this team anywhere. Am I going to blame Jalen Brunson? Of course. He has to get the focal point of this blame. He's now the quarterback, dubbed himself the basketball Tom Brady without even winning a damn thing. Sure. But as far as this trade is concerned, they thought they were going to have him and Dante DiVincenzo and the Villanova Knicks. The Nova Knicks were not a bad thing. The Nova Knicks were a bad thing when everyone got hurt. That's what happened in that 2024 run. Then you get Mikal Bridges, and the first thing I said was, I don't mind it if we keep Dante because we got rid of Grimes. And I think he's all right. So I don't think he was on his way to going into the season. Brunson was thinking that he was going to be without those four guys, not just Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. Josh Hart wasn't a starter. Dante took Quentin Grimes' starting spot. What the fuck is Stephen A. Smith talking about? Mikal Bridges ain't a bum. He ain't trash, but what are you talking about, bro? He's been trash on the Knicks for 2 seasons.
Nigga's a bum.
At some point, so Brunson, you're going to blame Brunson for Mikal Bridges bumming it up too? Yeah, you could talk to him. They probably told him to say that shit about being being uncoachable. Say this, say that. You could teach him what to talk about in the media. But Mikal Bridges has been bumming it up. He's soft. He's finesse. That's what he is. Even as this defender, you gonna blame Jalen Brunson for Mikal Bridges' defense? Again, we're gonna blame Jalen. This is your team. You're the face of the organization. But I'm not blaming him for making that trade when he thought he was getting all of his buddies, which didn't seem like a bad idea after having Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart in the lineup. I can blame him for saying you thought you were gonna get along with Cat better than you were Randall, and you didn't like the friction that you had because Randall probably looked at people like, I ain't fucking with y'all. I ain't playing with y'all. Like, I'm not in here for all that. And you thought you could bring Cat in here, who's like Mike Brown, too nice of a guy, and you could run him over. That's why I blame him and La Cosa Rosa for these failings. But the Mikal Bridges trade? Nah, the initial trade for Cat was Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, which might have been even worse than Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle. So I don't think this is up to Jalen Brunson. I don't think he went into the season believing he was going to be without Dante. I thought he was going to have his core four in there, and you surround him with whoever you want. So I think Stephen A. Smith is just trying to go viral, and he's biting our shit.
I mean, the content of what he's saying is right.
Yeah, but we know his job is to go viral. Let's not he doesn't hide.
But
that,
I do agree.
right?
He's biting our shit though.
Right.
The context of what he's saying, he said that no. He said Bridges is not a bum. He's not a scrub. He's lying. He's wrong.
He's not. Which is why we're so upset on why he's playing the way he's playing.
Hold on. Yeah, I know it's late and we about to get off this joint in a few, but the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Better late than never. Never. Narrator Beat is in the building. Big shout out Narrator, another one of the ladies pulling up the AllBall TV, Knicks Rehab. Stacks Tom says something just now, Flea.
I want to retort. We are really on the same page because I want to ask him a question off of what he asked just now. Fabian, why can't we just face the fact this front office has failed and are still failing? Y'all keep trying to find someone to blame when it's clear as day. That's our guy. Remember, big shout out to Stacks Time Indifferent. I know you wanted to say something to him, but I wanted to just ask right back to him and not even to the panel because Fabian told me and you told me when. But if they're failing, and last year was the furthest we've been in 25 years and all that shit that we've been talking about, where did they start failing for you? Because they haven't been failing the entire time.
No.
Where did they start failing for you? And that question's for Stack Time and for the panel if we want to answer that before we jump. Where did the failures start? Because it wasn't a failure if we were putting together a roster that was finally winning games.
That's a great question. And before I respond real quick, chat, hit that like button. Share, like, subscribe. We need y'all to please always hit that like button. And we need more members. I don't mind begging. Help me quit my job. And y'all asses need to become more members. I'm going to keep saying it. Become more members. Hit that like button. Flea. The front office, they are failing this season. They haven't failed yet. You could be failing the test, and then you could end strong, right? You have a test, 100 questions, your first 30, 40, you could be failing the test, but then you end strong. They have an opportunity, right, to really make up. But let me just say this, because I love what Stacks Time asks. This is why the front office is failing. Brunson became our superstar, and they jumped the gun and handed him the keys to the whole organization. That's what happened. First couple seasons, probably didn't expect him to be this great. MVP candidate, city on his back. The fan base goes berserk. We're in the playoffs. And then they all of a sudden said, okay, what do you want us to do? They jumped the gun before he was even a champion, a finals appearance. So I agree. The front office, they all failing because they jumped the gun too quickly on them. Sorry.
Oh, wow. He said they started failing once they got Brunson. That's interesting.
It's a little harsh.
He was ready to play the long game, which I ain't even mad at Stacks timing. He was ready to play the long game, which some teams be ready for that. But you talking about the Knicks, bro. So I could respect that perspective. Word. Like, I could respect that. But what you saying right there says you was willing to play the long game. Get something good in the draft. Get a homegrown coach. Build this thing up. Go through a couple of bad seasons before we figure it out. I can respect it, but okay.
We haven't had a stall like this
since Melo.
This is bigger than Melo. It's bigger than Melo. Like we cut the shenanigans, man. Since Sprewell and Houston, we ain't feel like this. Sprewell and Houston got this shit popping in '99. Melo ain't had this shit popping. The team,
that's a lie.
Nah,
that's not true.
Come on,
that's
man.
not true. Just say you wasn't watching the Knicks then. Just say you wasn't interested.
Bro,
don't say he didn't have the shit.
Close.
The Knicks tape era was a era. We were very enthused about it.
It was cool. It was cool.
It was cool. What's this?
No. See, you could say that. You could say that now. You can say that now. You can say that now. You weren't talking. See, you weren't talking this shit when we smacked Boston. You weren't talking this shit when we smacked.
I've been consistent with this. Fuck out of here, Fabian.
No.
I've been like this. Every time you try to shit on that era, I tell you, no. That Knicks tape era was the era where everybody was.
What good team did they beat in the playoffs, bro?
I'm not saying that.
Exactly. So when I say that Jalen Brunson got it popping in this era way better than Carmelo Anthony did, that's a fact. Okay. Sprewell and Houston, they had it popping just like this. When we got Sprewell, that shit was crazy, and we were going crazy. Then we made the finals. We were like, "Oh shit, this is amazing. This shit is lit," as the kids say. Jalen Brunson's era was ill until this season because Cat fucked it up, and Leon Rose and them fucked it up. Get the fuck out of here. And Mikal Bridges trade was stupid. It was dumb. Yes, they're failing them. Leon Rose is failing us. Stacks time and different. I totally agree. But you fucked up ever since the OG trade. When you traded Quentin Grimes for that bullshit, whatever you traded with the Pistons for they could draft Jalen Duren, there's a whole bunch of things that they messed up on. The salary cap got messed up with Cat and them. You got Cap for 60 and he's putting these numbers up. Now he's playing defense. And you got rid of the coach that fits the other guys. You got rid of him. Are these Mike Brown's players? Did you talk to him before we got Mike Brown? And he's sure he could really handle? Did you watch Mike Brown in Sacramento? How did you think Cat would fit in that Sacramento offense? Yeah, they've been failing us. Yeah, they've all been failing. We won't blame. I'll blame Brunson. I got no problem with that because he's the face of all that. That's his family. Okay, cool. But if we're being real about it, y'all made the decisions. Leon Rose and them, they fucked this up, bro. When was the last we want Jalen Brunson off the ball? They ain't get nobody to get him off the ball. Yes, that's Leon Rose's fault. And Mikal Bridges, this guy just said Mikal Bridges is reliable, and you telling me that he's spitting facts? That's what you just told me. He's spitting facts. No, he's not. We don't have a reliable guy who could bring the ball up aside from Brunson. That's crazy. And that's been going on for 2 seasons now. Since we got Cat and got rid of Dante. See, when we had Randall here, it was Randall, Dante, Brunson. They were bringing the ball up. We had 3 guys, along with the guys off the bench. Alec Burks might bring the ball up. He ain't all that. But you have more guys that could bring the ball up. We have more weapons. So, yeah, this shit is way more popping than some fucking Carmelo Anthony Knicks tape bullshit, Flea. Cut the shenanigans, man. We don't got no why because we don't have no mixtape name. You want a mixtape cover name? You want a good thumbnail? Knicks tape.
No, it's okay. You got it, brother. You got it, brother. The biggest Brunson stand I ever seen in my life, and the biggest one is sitting in the middle. You got it, brother. My bad. This is the best era.
Why you throw me in that? That's between y'all. A and B, leave me out.
ABG, everybody fucking get it. Anybody get it. Rah, nigga. Fuck everybody get it. Fuck that.
Just quick question. What type of gun was that?
They got to stop embarrassing us, man. That's the problem. What time is the what?
No, he made that noise. I just said, what kind of gun was that?
He said, what kind of gun was that? What kind of gun was that?
Nigga held a baby and said, swing.
That Carmelo shit.
Get us home. Take us home, man. Take us
he
home.
pissed me off with that Carmelo shit, man.
I know. I do it all the time.
Carmelo had it popping in the town. What the fuck out of here? House of Flan, thank you for your $2. We are the Dame Blazers. What Dame do to Aldridge? Nah.
I think that might be a little harsh. That might be a little much, House of Flan. That might be a little much. I don't know.
Or
Let
might
me think about that for a second. Because Dame and LaMarcus,
No defense. Dame ain't play no defense. He was an offensive weapon. He was clutch. He was game time. Hold on.
But wait, is House of Flan speaking to Dame and Aldridge never being on the same page? Is he speaking to that?
He is saying that what Dame do to the Aldridge, which I disagree with.
That's because I don't remember.
He was kind of like
I
Cat.
don't remember it where it was.
I'm saying in terms
there
of
was that smoke on LaMarcus, like that he was a finesse big.
Yes, because he was a mid-range guard. He was a mid-range guard.
He'll kill you.
Yeah, but it was just like do that shit from 3 feet from the back. Where's the jump hook at? Where's the elbow at?
Yeah, but the chemistry between those guys never.
I didn't think it was bad. Oh, really?
It wasn't bad, but it never said that's a crazy duo. Right, OG?
I never heard,
really said.
Yeah, I never heard.
Oh shit, that's a crazy duo.
I never heard one.
Right.
That's why I'm
with both
like
all-star level guys, two all-star level guys, right?
House Flan.
House of Flan. I ain't mad.
Might have fucked us up with that one.
Yeah.
Who was Carmelo's 1-2 punch? Bill Collector, thank you for your $5. Stress fund.
Raymond Felton.
Mikhail is the type of ninja to take it downhill to the rim and do a fadeaway dunk.
A fadeaway dunk. Ay, man.
Knicks tape was an era, but not like the Brunson era. Ron Mills has spoken. Coach Ron Mills has spoken.
Ron's avatar scares me, so I don't play with him. That's the only nigga I ain't gonna play with. Ron, you my god, man. Lunch on me tomorrow, bro.
Knicks tape era was an era.
Is that shirt he got the slam with Brunson on it?
With the Brunson on it, yeah.
Okay.
I like
my listen. My going to coaching staff on B. Big shout out Ron Mills. You already know.
Ron, I ain't playing with Ron.
Knicks tape was an era, but not like the Brunson era. To get Melo destroyed this team. Leon played it a little bit more smarter. Actually, I think he learned from being Carmelo's agent when he because remember he fucked us up pushing for that trade. Leon thinking you slick doing it again, getting another $100 million from us. What I do, Jeremy? All right, tomorrow. I guess we're going live.
Yeah, well, it's a game tomorrow night, right? And who we play tomorrow night?
I don't know.
I think well, we already agreed. We all going live every game. I'm gonna most likely do a live in the afternoon. Get some shit on my chest. Kawani's bum niggas ain't playing. Yeah.
Sean, right now, thank you for your $5. You bugging. Knicks tape was tough, bro. I was in high school at the time. The city was alive, and that was Linsanity era too. Respect it, Fabian.
Said that with his chest, right, Sean? We play Indiana tomorrow.
Yeah, we at home against the Pacers at 7:30. So we will be live tomorrow, y'all. 7:30. Y'all already know. Play by play at home against the Pacers.
You know, Sean, it's kind of ironic you bring up Linsanity because Linsanity kind of reflects the Knicks tape era.
2 weeks. We talked about that shit like it was a season.
He got railroaded.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
He got railroaded.
Look what Shump said about him. What he was doing to niggas in practice. Got railroaded.
Shump is a bad decision. Shump is a bad decision maker. I don't listen to Shump either.
Oh, that's fuck. Yo, this guy's crazy. This guy and Shump told.
Who was we talking about to start this thing? TT. Shump is a bad decision maker. I don't listen to that brother. So we can move on.
Leave it at that.
All ball suckers. I never get to end the show.
Are we live?
Big Flea. Never the fucking biggest.
You not ending the show.
You right.
That sounds like Carmelo. I'll never get to end the show. Tomorrow, 7:30.
Oh, you dirty ass nigga. I just heard what you said.
He subscribe. Oh, you spelled it right, Sean. Well, with the E's. 7:30, 8 o'clock. Which one? 7:30. Indiana Pacers back at it. Eddie Kane is great. Who's Eddie Kane, man? Vote on that. Oh, hold on. The poll. 65%. 65%. The chat wants Mikal Bridges on the damn bench over Josh Hart. Tough crowd. 7:30. Pacers, Knicks, live, play-by-play. See you mañana. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.